मेरे को पता नहीं पॉलिटिकली करेक्ट है नहीं ये बोलना, अभी कोई मुझे बात फाड़ ही दिया एक्चुअली।
This video is of course going to have several spoilers of the future of the YRF spy universe and how they develop the characters, the antagonists, their motivations, and how the best agents combat the threats posed to their country. I'm going to first start with the compelling theories that you have brought to the table in the previous video, because some of these videos are wild, and if they come into fruition, it will definitely lead to extremely memorable moments in the spy universe. Let's start with theory 1. ABCDWXYZ in the comments yesterday had pointed out that through this film we've got to know that Jim and Kabir were partners, as they were exceptional at their job, some of the best agents India has. The assumption would be that they were very fond of each other. Kabir anyway had the tendency to be a perfectionist and had an aversion to incompetence, so one can presume that they fit together like a perfect puzzle as agents and partners. He accurately pointed out in the comments that Pathaan, however, roots for the underdog, formulating and collecting the downtrodden, injured and less hopeful together, as they still have boundless love for the nation. Kabir had assumed that his partner died in combat, but what if he was revived, his body found and treated to his wounds? The terrorist group identifies him, finds him, captures Jim and his pregnant wife. The Indian agency does not negotiate with the terms and the wife gets killed. All this time, Kabir had assumed that Jim had given his life for the nation, not knowing that his death was because of Colonel Luthra's stubbornness. The truth gets revealed to Kabir that Jim went rogue. Pathaan, Tiger and Colonel Luthra teamed up together and killed him, and the menace, full of rage, of what is not communicated to him, makes Kabir the antagonist, standing up for his soldier and partner who was wronged, going on a killing spree starting with Colonel Luthra and ultimately facing off with Pathaan and Tiger. You've got the Hrithik versus Shahrukh Salman template, and this would be epic to see unfold on the big screen. Now let's get to theory 2. The biggest takeaway from the film has been the performance by John Abraham as Jim, a worthy antagonist that this YRF spy universe deserved. I mentioned this in one of my comments that his demeanor, his precise goal and lack of empathy for the modern world and its ways reminded me of Ozymandias from Watchmen. A little more clear and effective about executing his evil plan than Jim, who just gave away his ultimate goal to Pathaan in the climax, but their demeanor, delivery and intimidating presence was identical. The theory that would be very exciting in a future installment is if Jim did not die in that fall from the cliff. A character too impactful for the YRF universe and team to just let go of. What if this moment is a trigger for Jim to reunite with his partner Kabir and brainwash him into making him understand how the Indian agency have wronged him, were responsible for the murder of his wife and child, and this further enrages Kabir, leading for Hrithik Roshan and John Abraham, the two antagonists of Dhoom 1 and Dhoom 2, to be the most capable force to be reckoned with when they come head to head with Pathaan and Tiger. Just the frame of John and Hrithik running towards the camera, and it shifts to Shahrukh and Salman filled with adrenaline trying to stop their sinister plan, would be mass cinema that Bollywood deserves. These four dishing it out in a film presented on a big scale will have fandoms go wild. Now let's get to theory 3. Something that one can only dream of was presented in the comments by Ace the Skylord, and it was the introduction of a new actor/star in the YRF spy universe rather than those that we are familiar with. I absolutely love the tip-off by Shahrukh and Salman in the mid-credit scene, where they acknowledge that they've been doing this for 30 years and how they'll have to carry on. देश का सवाल है, बच्चों पे नहीं छोड़ सकते. What I feel like Hindi film creators don't acknowledge or understand is keeping the hype alive for a franchise. The homage to these stars being relevant for more than 25 years is beautiful, but one should be engaged to see what threat is impending in the universe. Like the Marvel films in their post-credit scene before Infinity War kept on teasing that the ultimate threat will be Thanos. It kept the interest alive that the worst is yet to come. This is what they effectively did with Vikram, where Surya as Rolex was presented and people knew some batshit mania is about to take place in the future. They did it with Brahmastra too, and there is a curiosity to what Dev is capable of, even though I feel they should have revealed the identity of the actor. If the lineup of the YRF spy universe presents Tiger 3 as the next film, imagine just getting a glimpse of Imran Hashmi, the future villain in the end credits, smirking and amused at what Pathaan and Tiger are up to. The sinister glimpse keeps the audience engaged in the universe and leads to even better reactions and discussions as they step out of the theatre. Coming to the main point, however, other than what can already enhance a film, there has to be an overarching villain. Above Imran, above Jim, who is the real puppeteer, the real boss, and I think the introduction of Amir Khan in the universe will be the craziest comeback for the star who is in a slump of sorts right now. The idea of Amir being a conniving and sharp villain, which Aradhya Mishra rightly pointed out in the comments, would be so much more compelling than Amir being a macho massy hero. A villain who is 10 steps ahead of everyone, who doesn't use physical force but through sheer intellect bamboozles the best agents from Indian agencies. Antagonists like Moriarty from Sherlock Holmes and Joker from The Dark Knight stay in our memory mainly because of this reason. However, if one is really going the pan-Indian route, I wonder from the younger, more commercial actors whether Yash would be keen, or even more interesting, if legends like Amitabh Bachchan and Rajnikant would be keen on becoming the overarching villain in the universe. The battle of wits and intellect over sheer physical prowess would be the way to go forward. Now let's get to the final theory. The craziest turncoat, and this might be really shooting for something absolutely bonkers and unimaginable, is if the movie that develops with Tiger and Pathaan is set up with them on a mission. Tiger is more pragmatic than Pathaan. Pathaan is willing to sacrifice the goal in mind if it means saving someone's life. We saw it when he rescued Rubai from the water or was willing to sacrifice himself while trying to save his colleague from the car in Dubai. What if the initial mission in the movie puts Rubai's life on the line side by side with a threat to the country? What if a call is taken by Tiger for the interest of the country and it leads to the death of Rubai? All formulated by Amir, the antagonist, the puppeteer, the mastermind, as he laughs at antagonizing Pathaan against Tiger. Imagine a sequence where the main villain gave an option to Tiger and tells Pathaan that he couldn't care less about his girlfriend. A rageful Pathaan commences, civil war ensues within the agencies itself, leading to the ultimate face-off between Pathaan and Tiger, and hopefully some sense prevailing that he had the greater interest in mind. If this gets pulled off, the hysteria that will follow in theatres will be epic, as Shahrukh and Salman dish it out together. The universe is only going to expand and get bigger and bigger, and the possibilities are going to be endless. Do tell what's your theory of an intimidating villain origin story and how the slate of movies can expand in the future. Please don't forget to follow me on Instagram, the handle is right in front of you. Follow me at JammyPants4. Also please support us by smashing the like button and subscribing to our channel for weekly content ahead. Thank you for watching.